So after I'd done that piece with Joseph, we got put into different pairs. This time I was with Jasmine, and we had to create another movement sequence using the Laban dynamics, but this time Katie told us what we had to put in there. So the first thing we had to put in was 2 transfers of weight. The next was a turn. After that we needed 1 action, then 3 travelling movements, 1 jump, 1 close, 1 open, 1 transfer of weight, and that was it. And we had to consider the dynamics throughout that. When I was devising, probably not the right word, but when I was doing that with Jasmine, as I was thinking up of the movements, I was constantly in my mind what dynamics thinking what dynamic I want to use, what movement can be of that dynamic. And also we had to be creative with the pieces. We can't just one turn, we can't just turn on our feet, or 1 travelling movement, we can't just walk. So a few creative things that I did was, as a travelling movement, I decided we'd row, as in like sit on the floor, pretend we were rowing a boat. So that was okay. Me and Jasmine then performed that. Unfortunately, didn't video that either. But then after that, it got really hard, because Katie then said we had to get down, we had to cut it down, but not cut it down, but make sure it was no longer 13 seconds without taking anything out. And that was really hard, because while you're trying to quicken it up, then also think of the dynamics, and you just end up forgetting about the dynamics and just rushing through it, which isn't a good thing, because you need to keep the dynamics in. You need to always be applying them. So then we ended up having to perform that. We managed to get it down to 14 seconds, which is good time wise, but we lost all the dynamics. I think it was just a rush. It was just bam 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 bam. There was no swing. There was no, when we were it just lost the dynamics. So learning from that, what I need to think about is, no matter how quick or slow I do the movement, I need to always be thinking of the dynamics, and not forget about them, because they're really important. So from that lesson, my strengths were understanding the dynamics and knowing what they are, and incorporating them into a movement piece. Weakness was losing the dynamics when speeding the pieces up. So that would be my area to improve, just focusing on the dynamics, and whilst, even though the speed and tempo is going up, I still need to keep the dynamics in there. And how I could take Laban into different lessons. There's loads of ways. I mean, I said with the dynamics, earlier in the other video, that depending on my character, he's gonna move in different ways. If he's an anxious person, there's gonna be lots of slow impulses and maybe continuous, like slowly sitting down. But if he's confident, he's a sharp person, got impacts, he's gonna be swinging around. But then again, it's not just about the type of character, it's your situation. Like, if you're you can add them both. You can do an impulse and a rebound. If you're unsure whether a pan's hot, you could slowly impulse in and then rebound because it's hot. So yeah, that's how I could use it. Also, not just the dynamics of Laban, but the kinesphere and the super zoning. Again, depending on my character, if I'm a shy person, I'm gonna be in my kinesphere a lot. But then again, if I'm a confident, rowdy, loud person, I might do some super zoning. I might be out. I don't know. Yeah, I do know, but that's what I could be doing. So yeah, that was week 2 Laban.